Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I do non-pop country music reactions. Those of you who've been around for a while understand that. If you're new, welcome, but that's what we do here. It could be bluegrass, could be western, could be folk, could be red dirt. Just can't be pop. And in that vein, I've got a gift request from Roger Smith. So, Roger, thank you for this gift, my friend. And this request is George Jones's song, A Good Year for the Roses. I didn't grow up on country, so I don't think I know this song. The vast majority of what I do on the channel are reactions, which means I've never heard the song before. If it happens during the song that I realize, oh yeah, I have heard this, I'll let you know, and then I'll put it down as a review, because if I've heard a song even once, I call it a review. But for now, it's a reaction. And as a life coach and former business owner and such, but current life and executive coach or personality coach and author, I review things through the lens of life. I'm a philosopher by nature as well. And so you're going to get various thoughts on lyrics, but I also love to assess the instrumentation and how well the instruments work with the lyrics and the storyline and the producer, how the producer put things together and such. So let's see what A Good Year for the Roses is all about. Orchestral already.
I can hardly bear the sight of lipstick on the cigarettes there in the ashtray. Lying cold the way you left them, but at least your lips caressed them while you packed.
Ouch.
And a lip print on a half-filled cup of coffee that you poured and didn't drink. But at least you thought you wanted it, and that's so much more than I can say for me. It's been a good year for the roses. Many blooms still linger there. The lawn could stand another mowing. Funny, I don't even care.
Yeah.
When you turn to walk away, and as the door behind you closes, the only thing I know to say, it's been a good year for the roses.
This is really different for George.
After 3 full years of marriage, it's the first time that you haven't made the bed.
A bed of
I
roses.
guess the reason we're not talking, there's so little left to say we haven't said.
Is this a true story? Like, is this a reflection of his life with Tammy, his marriage with Tammy? Like, I mean, because he revealed truth in his songs and they stayed friends and performed together and such after they divorced. Huh.
While a million thoughts go racing through my mind, I find I haven't spoke a word. And
scary.
from the bedroom, the familiar sound of our one baby's crying goes unheard. But what a good year for the roses. Many blooms still linger there. The lawn could stand another mowing. Funny, I don't even care.
Priorities.
And when you turn to walk away, as the door behind you closes, the only thing I know to say, it's been a good year for the roses.
Yeah. I was, when I hear like Good Year for the Roses, your race for the roses and all this stuff. I think of horse racing and winning and the winner's circle and all that, and Kentucky Derby. You get the 151 roses and all that. But no, this was just about home life, and he didn't care about mowing the lawn. But it was a good year for the roses; they're growing. And if there's a metaphor or a double entendre being employed here, I don't see it. But just because I'm unfamiliar with what that might be, but this sounds like a true story, not just of the songwriter. I'm guessing George wrote this. It's just a guess, and I'm going to guess that it's probably his life with Tammy. Now, I don't know when this came out. I don't do research. It's a reaction channel. I actually want to know as little as possible about a song and its background as possible so I can react truly, and then you can gauge whether or not your understanding of the song matches with my virginal reaction to the song. And sort of, we might get bookends of understanding in there. And this could have been written 10 years after Tammy left. You get inspiration for songs at many times in life in many ways, and it doesn't just happen in the moment necessarily. Sometimes it's too painful to write. You might have great material for a song in a moment, but it's just too difficult to write. And you're just too bereft, too heartbroken, too sad. Like he said, the lawn could use another mowing. I just don't care. And that is what happens. Your priority, in a sense, is surviving the destruction in your heart and in your mind when you realize, wow, I effed up so badly that this woman I love is leaving. And certainly, as I understand it, that's what happened with George and Tammy, where George had his drinking problems, and beyond that. And some of you folks know the history way, much more intricately than I do. But I think that kind of summarizes it. And it's just, it's hard being human. It's hard with life on planet Earth. There are so many things that mess with our heads, if you will. Just the knowledge of our own mortality kind of sets the stage for things we want to get done in this life. Life is challenging. We care about a lot of things, and many properly so. Most people care about their children on some level anyway, and jobs, and when you get too old to work or your body breaks down, do you have enough money these kinds of things we worry about. And so there's a lot of pressure, and we handle it differently. And sometimes people resort to drinking or the pressures of life on the road, and everybody wants a piece of you as a performer and a world-class performer. It's just very challenging, and you may not be prepared for it. And in any case, I may be off base, obviously, but this song sort of rings very true. The orchestral part of it surprised me. George doesn't ordinarily do that in his songs. And as we know, his ballads, when he sings them, every song he sings is believable. There's very little fictitious about when George sings something, and this here, I think, is in lockstep with that perspective. So, Roger, yeah, that's a hell of a song especially if it's true. And you know my thoughts on it already because I've given them. But the brutal honesty just reminds me of Anne Lamott. She was the author who showed me how to be really honest and open, and how that actually endears you to others. It doesn't push them away and make you think you're a jerk or a loser, but covering things up and acting like it didn't happen, and you've got it all together, which nobody does. That is just too fake. But Anne Lamott just showed me that we are our own problems frequently, and we can be open and honest about it. And that's George. He's open and honest about his stuff in his songs. So, all right, I'm going to rate this one. And the number that popped into my head was a 9.1. I'm not even sure I should have rated it because it was about the relationship, but it wasn't an homage to anybody. It wasn't sort of in respect of anybody. It was really just about George's life, I think, but certainly the songwriter's life if it wasn't George. So All right, Roger, thank you again, my friend. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.